Hello, I'm Bushido Spirit. This is Off the Top, the epicenter of pop culture. I have Truth with me.
What's up, y'all? No intro.
All right, we also have Marcel.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about Etika. With some sad news came across my Twitter timeline. I'm going to let Truth speak on it.
Yeah, if y'all been following the channel for any amount of time, we do have a few recurring topics. We're kind of general, but the name Etika has popped up a few times. Unfortunately, it hasn't all been positive, but we are definitely supporters of him and all the shit that he's been going through or had been going through up until I think it was a few days ago. Um, Most recently, the most recent tweet before today was that they were looking for Etika, they being the NYPD. Some of his belongings were found along a bridge. And earlier today, they tweeted out that he has been confirmed deceased. They gave the name, the age, all that shit. So Etika is officially, not with us anymore.
Also, he did drop that cryptic video, that apology video where he was saying
He
I'm
was
sorry.
sorry.
And a
Yeah,
lot of people didn't fully believe that. A lot of people were making memes and jokes about it because I mean he's very edgy with his comedy, so a lot of people didn't really believe it, but the man was truly hurt inside, and it
Yeah,
shows because he took his own life.
yeah. I mean, I don't. He definitely wasn't one to like hold back, but it didn't really come across as edgy. The nigga was just mad, like enthusiastic. I put it. I don't know, but yeah, he definitely was not a nigga to hold back or to like, you know what I'm saying, pull punches from what I seen. He was just really about what he was trying to say. Um,
And
Interestingly enough, that's kind of what's up.
I'm saying we kind of seen this coming. We first covered Etika on this channel almost about a year ago, or by like a couple of months ago when we first came back.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing we were talking about was how he went missing, and that was the first sign that something may be wrong, right? Like remember all the videos Etika disappeared, his channel was gone. And then I think the next time we talked about him was him hitting a cop and the whole thing with the police trying to break into his house. So that was definitely signs, and people
Yeah,
were trying
it's
to
definitely
reach
been an
out.
ongoing battle for that man trying to, I guess, cling on to whatever was keeping him stable. I know he had a few different people around him at that time. Just from an outside perspective, there were a couple of names that kept popping up. I think his ex was trying to help him at that time go through it. I'm sure his family and friends were all around there as well. Um, but yeah, around that first video. So if y'all not too familiar with the timeline, I can summarize it. Basically, around that first video that we made, it was near I think October actually was when the first it was October 25th. He had got banned from Twitter or shadow banned from Twitter for saying, nigga, which we say on this channel. We are a nigga positive channel. I don't know what the fuck Twitter on. And
Yeah,
that nigga, I don't think that specific incident caused what happened after, but it was the inciting incident that brought it to the public. Where after he got banned from Twitter, he made that one video where he fucking pimp name slipped back the cap off the water bottle, and he had him a little rant about just saying nigga and I guess various other things, and then after that or around that same time, around that time being like the same day, same week, he posted hentai and a whole bunch of porn to his YouTube channel, like his main YouTube channel. That joint got taken down. YouTube does not play with titties on there.
yeah.
And yeah, and then after that, he was in a mental hospital for a few days. He got released. Hop back on somebody's stream. I think it was his ex-girlfriend's or someone or a mutual friend they had. Apologized to his fans, saying that went through some shit. I'm back. Joy-Con boys. Y'all. I don't think the switch was out that time. So whatever the slogan was, he was just saying like, yeah, we back, we back. And November through April, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like he was okay, but there were people, I guess, see, this is the part that I was like, okay, he good, he might just be doing it like, to get the clout, or really he's trying to, because around that time, right, he was saying, even back then, he was like, Etika is dead or whatever. If this indeed does turn out to be suicide, back then he was saying Etika is dead. And I was one of the people who was looking at it like, okay, maybe he's trying to play the game or yada yada, because it's hard to know what's really sincere these days. And I believe like he sincerely wanted to change, and I thought that the way he was going to get that change was through changing what he did, what he was doing, in a
Yeah.
sense of like entertainment or something like that. But come around April it was. Then he started posting. He came back to the hentai. I blame Bush, man. He came back to the hentai.
What?
Mm.
Um, got his channel deleted again. Um, then he's just like he started writing. He went back to Twitter, started writing more messages saying it's too late to stop me. I can't be deleted now. My roar now echoes. I'm quoting this nigga, bro. It's too late to stop me. I can't be deleted now. My roar now echoes in the hearts of man. You tiny brain. I'm not gonna keep reading too much more of this, man. But as
Yeah,
you
I
can see,
mean,
my man
yeah,
was on his was really on the same
and
path that we
that's
kind of saw him go out on.
I mean, that's the issue with the internet, man. It's like this internet celebrity is way different from like Hollywood celebrity or something like that, because you can sort of hide yourself from the public and just I guess do your job when you're a Hollywood celebrity or whatnot. But
Mm.
when you're an internet celebrity, you have to be on the internet. You have to stay there because that's how you make money. So you have to stream and talk to all these strangers in your chat and in your comment section. And sometimes they say shit and they allow you. They make you do shit that you wouldn't do normally without them being present. So
And
it
then when
definitely
they're no longer
does.
present and it's
Yeah,
just you and yourself, that shit might not be comfortable.
yeah. I
I mean,
mean, the
but
things you do may affect what happens outside in your real life. So it's
do
definitely
y'all
unique.
notice? Do y'all notice that when it comes to like online celebrities, I found myself doing this. Well, celebrities in general, I don't see. It's not that I purposely don't see them as people. I kind of see them as a like background, like autonomous kind of being that produces me like entertainment. And I know
Yeah,
that's not right all the way, but so I mean, like for example, let's say if I never watched Etika, but let's say if I did and I was one of his people, I would expect like a video, like let's say like every day or something, right?
Yeah,
And I don't know what pushed him to that, but I think it's as his fans, if we do see him that way or see any entertainment like that or entertainer like that, we have to remember that they're actually people as well and not people who just or not just beings who entertain us.
yeah, and
yeah,
definitely like I guess the key component of being a person that we're looking at here is empathy and I guess caring for someone. And I don't really think it's the fault of the internet, but empathy has definitely become underrated. I think.
I
And
mean,
empathy doesn't. What's up?
it's definitely the internet's fault, man.
I
I
don't.
don't.
I mean, I don't really think people
Mm,
were caring about each other that much. Like, if you look at our history, we get more and more fucked up. Like, we're just now at the level we could just call it empathy.
I mean, we
There,
can I mean, we could talk about how he may have had issues before this whole thing with the internet, but I definitely think that drove him to the point of wanting to commit suicide. I mean, because people on the internet see you as their avatar, and
yeah,
oftentimes you aren't able to change and develop as a person because they want you to remain this same person that you used to be. The avatar, their alias. They want you to be exactly who they think you should be,
where's the
and
weekly
that in
thirst
turn
trap? Where's
fuck
the
with you. Yeah, I mean, I get it a little bit, man. You got these smooth brains in my
Don't
chat.
call the fans smooth
Uh,
brains, nigga.
Jesus Christ!
I
You
mean,
gonna start calling everybody apes?
they're afraid to see it. They're afraid to see people truly change and develop in their real lives, and they just see you as, like Marcel said, a object, a thing. You don't really have a personality. You aren't anybody outside of this world. You're just this
Yeah,
person in.
that's the crazy part because in order once you become oh shit, you know what the crazy thing is about being a good part of someone's life is that they will not want you to change because that change can only in their minds negatively affect them.
Yeah,
Even if what you do is as simple as make videos for yourself, mind you, even if it's with the interaction for your fans, like the priority is the person that's making the videos, regardless of what kind of content you make. It's really for you. Like it can be the involvement of the fans. But I was watching a video series that I'm gonna have to find later so I can link y'all this about how a lot of creators really try to manipulate the fans. I mean, and I don't really know if I'm gonna knock it necessarily, but they'll try to bring them in and say like, "Oh, we hit 10,000 subscribers or some shit like that." Like, no, nah, my man, you hit it. Like, it's for you.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
the backside of that manipulation is like when people buy into it, even if they buy into it on their own and you don't necessarily encourage it, it can come back and really kind of damage that relationship that you built between you and your fans because
yeah.
you're not really going to be able to be this thing. Even if you could be that for one fan, you're not going to be able to be that for even your core following. because even people who've been following you since you started will have small different ideas of what you should be
and what
Yeah,
they would like.
or what they
and
would like you to be.
and this is and also this is yeah, I guess this is up that mental health thing in the black community. I mean, Kanye is sort of going through the similar thing. So, I mean, us as black men really need to get ourselves checked out. If anything is wrong, tell our friends and families that we may be having mental issues, and because we don't really talk about it or speak on it, and people try to deny it. But I think this is important. I think we are at an important moment in time where this is definitely the time to speak on this issue because it's happening to a lot of people that we know. I mean, celebrities, and I guess and people that we know in our real
I mean,
lives.
yeah,
So,
because it happened. It's fucking. It's like the wasn't there a thing? You gotta let me know if I'm out of line with this, but I feel like there's always every generation has their stigma that just completely fucks over the health of so many people. I think there was like a stigma around or I think instead of a stigma, it was like an overindulgence in like smoking or like I don't know, fried foods or whatever it is, or like getting checked for sexual diseases or some shit like that, where the cost of maybe not being seen as perfect outweighs the risk of not addressing the fact that you're imperfect. Like, let's take it as a given right now. There's no such thing as perfectly sane or whatever it is that you're afraid of. Like most people, as they go through life, they pick up baggage. That shit is normal. If that shit reaches a point where it starts to affect you negatively, or even if you just feel like something's wrong, or you feel like there's a what I'm saying, if you don't feel happy, like that's a fair enough reason to just go talk to somebody and see what's up, because you should be feeling happy.
yeah. All right, so
You should,
let's go ahead and I mean, you gonna say anything else? I was gonna
no, I mean,
close
yeah,
it up.
again, like when I say you should be feeling happy, it's not like you have to be happy at all times, but like there's no reason why you can't hit that state.
Yeah, you
Live
should.
your
You
best
mean
life.
when it comes to like your emotions, I don't think that people understand that it's all right to feel like under the weather some days, but having that baseline of like I'm doing really good today, or just like appreciating the little things
Hmm.
is what pushes people to do to like better in life, because most people think that like like something extreme has to happen to you for you to be depressed. Like it could be a buildup of like five little things in there, like you pop your tire, you were late to work, that causes your boss to yell at you. It's just like a spiral down events, right? So I think people just need to understand that having good mental health and having good emotional health goes a long way.
Hmm.
And also, make sure you build the life outside of this internet shit.
Mm.
And
Yeah, it did seem like he felt kind of stuck in that last video that we saw.
yeah, he seemed like he was by himself. It just he seemed lonely despite having all of these fans. So make sure you make
Yeah,
sure
because
that
fans aren't really
yeah
even as in the same way that the celebrity isn't a person to the fan. Like you really can't be a person to someone that has so many people like you looking at them, even if it's not really people. You know what I'm saying? Like especially the way the interaction is set up. Like he's not really meeting as many people as he has fans. He's seeing names pop up on the screen, and I don't know. We can talk about this later. Go ahead, though.
yeah. I mean that internet life can be super lonely, man. It's like having a real. It's like I mean it is a real job essentially because it's probably even more so. I mean, though you were talking about shit you enjoy and love to do, it's you working 10 hours a day, but maybe even longer than that, and just
Like even if you really like to play games, I don't think anyone likes it for the amount of time that you do. Game reviewers, like the way the game media is set up, it's not really made up of people like we like to think of it. I think people still have that illusion that the game industry is just people who love to play games talking about games. Like nah, my nigga, it's just people that are there professionally first that are talking about these video games. Like real gamers aren't charming or whatever. Them niggas is assholes, dog. Y'all niggas are dickheads.
yeah,
But
that shit is a burnout, man. Like
that shit is a burnout, dog. Like
you get tired of doing the same shit over and over again, no matter how much you liked
facts.
it. So, I mean, but yeah, I think people need to pay attention to this. The media, anybody, any news outlet, any streamer, they should all pay attention to this and see what led to this, so we can not have this happen in the future. Because there's definitely some issues. There's definitely something wrong with this day and age, this internet, and there's a lot of things wrong with being extremely edgy and always pushing the envelope, man. It can take its toll. That's like what Etika said. So I'm gonna be out of here. Rest in peace to Etika. Joy-Con boys forever. Anything else y'all want to say?
No, we just gonna play that Iceman Etika as the outro. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The My
Peace out.
Boy remix part 2. My bad. Yeah, that's the one.
All right. Peace out.